Okay, so this is where we left off. Okay, so now we're going to be doing our exercises for the lecture that we just learned about depreciation, and our main focus is going to be on units of production. So again, question number 1, let's dive right in. So here I purchased a printer for $150 with no salvage value, and its useful life is 5 years, and it can produce up to 10,000 pages. You put this asset or printer into service on January 12th. Okay, so I went ahead and started filling in the information. So here we know that the asset is a printer. Okay, we know that the asset cost is $150 with 0 salvage value. Okay, what is the useful life? What is the useful life?
2,500.
Nope. Let's look right above, David. What is its useful life?
5 years.
5 years is correct. Okay, so this asset to us can last about 5 years. All right. What is the number of units it can produce?
2,100.
Not 2,100. I don't know where you're getting this number. Not 2,100. Okay, we're still trying to fill in the information about this asset. So how many pages can it produce?
10,000.
10,000. Okay? And when did you put it into service?
January 12th.
January 12th. Perfect. Okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, whoops, I forgot to close. Okay. Sorry about that. I think I know who that is. I'm texting my coworker, and hopefully she will be able to find this out. Okay.
Guess what?
The noise that's running in the background,
Oh, yeah.
it's coming from her. She has a fan on.
Oh.
Yes. So okay. So let's go ahead and solve for. So is everyone stuck already?
The base is $150.
Base is $150. That is correct. Because what is the depreciation basis? What's the formula for that?
Yeah, the formula is the unit of the cost minus the salvage.
Good.
No salvage.
Good. So yes, it's 150.
Right.
Okay. So what is the rate per unit now? Sorry, David. What is the per unit rate?
Take the 150
Okay.
minus
Not minus.
1950.
No, it's not minus.
Did you say minus 21?
Not minus 21. What's the formula to find the per unit rate?
Yeah, so. Okay.
Please stay on the line while your call is transferred to the operator.
No, I'm sorry. What's the per unit per rate? What's the formula? Here it is if you need help.
The description basis minus the unit price. Or
Not
unit
my
product.
not minus the unit price. We're trying to solve for the per unit rate, right?
Uh-huh.
So what is the unit per
Divide.
rate? Yes,
Depreciation divided by the estimated,
number it can produce.
yeah,
Okay, so what are those numbers?
0.07145.
Where are you getting this number?
I don't know. That's what my calculator's telling me.
Okay, hold
Do
on.
it again.
Let me. Where is my cursor? Okay, so there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and write year 1. Okay, so what are we solving for? We're solving for the per unit rate, right? Per
Yeah, the rate.
unit rate, okay, is going to equal what is my depreciation basis?
150.
Yes. Okay, and what am I dividing that by?
2100.
Not 2100. That's the how much you produced that year. What is the total number of estimated for the entire life?
oh, the 10,000?
10,000. There you go. Okay, and tell me what that number equals.
0.015.
Yes, that is correct. So 0.015 is correct. Okay? So how am I going to solve for the depreciation basis this time? All right, depreciation expense this time. What is my formula to solve for the depreciation expense?
The number of units, produced that year,
Mm-hmm.
Times depreciation basis.
Not depreciation basis.
Yeah, times the per unit rate.
Okay, so what are the numbers?
And get my calculator to work. It's,
3150.
Okay, what numbers did you use, David?
The 2100 times 0.015.
Okay, and you got how much?
3150.
3150. Andrea, did you get that same answer?
I'm trying to get my calculator to work. It's not working. Maybe I need to the battery must be low. Let me plug it into the thing. Turn off the battery. Okay.
Um,
Okay, just 1 second. 10,000 times 0.15. I have 150. That can't be right. I must have the decimal points must be wrong.
okay, so no, I heard you say 10,000. 10,000 is not what we're looking for. What is the number of units produced that year?
10,000.
No, that's how much, that's the total.
Oh, for this year. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
2100.
2,100.
Times rate.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, so it's a 21.
0.015. 3150.
What did you get, David?
3150.
3150.
Oh, I got 3150.
Okay, perfect.
I thought
Okay.
my calculator still wasn't working right. Yeah, 3150 is exactly what I got.
Okay. So what is the accumulated depreciation this time?
It's 3150. Accumulated depreciation.
Ah,
It would be the same, 3150, because this is,
3150.
yes, to
Oh,
add,
this is the first year.
Yep,
yeah, so it should be 3150.
correct.
3150.
Okay.
Okay.
So what is the book value now?
Cost of the house, yep.
Oopsies.
4,725.
No, I don't know how you got 4,000, but that's definitely not right.
What was the
If we had a
cost? What was the
100
between?
150.
Yeah, isn't that 11850?
118.50. Did anybody else get 118.50?
Yes.
Okay, yes, that's correct. 118.50 is correct.
Okay, great.
So you're gonna take your asset cost, right? So book value
Uh-huh.
is going to equal your asset cost, which is 150, minus your cumulative depreciation, which is 35.50 or 31.50, and you're gonna get 118.50.
Right.
Okay? All right. So what do we know? What is the conclusion that we know that's gonna stay the same?
We need aspirin.
No. What is the
And we
conclusion
know
that
the rate is,
Yeah,
the rate is going to remain the same at .015,
exactly?
and the depreciation is 150.
Yes. That is going to remain the same. So at least, so now that you know this, you can go ahead and fill in the rest of this table like this, or you can leave it, whatever you want to do. Just know that these are already given to you already because you already solved for the first one. So they are all the same. Okay? So now let's go ahead and calculate the depreciation expense for year number 2. Sorry about that. Let me try to. There you go. Okay. So what is the formula for depreciation expense?
The number of units produced that year, which is 2,200,
Mm-hmm.
times the rate,
Which is
015,
mm-hmm.
equals, hmm, okay, that should be 33,
yes,
$33.
I got that too.
$33. Perfect.
So 19
Okay.
times .015.
Okay. So what's my accumulated depreciation then?
Previous years,
Mm-hmm.
3150
Mhm.
plus 33 will be 6450.
64.50 is correct. Oops, my finger. 64.50. And then lastly, what is my book value now?
So 150 minus 6450,
Mm-hmm.
I get a, oops, that's not right. Okay, 550, no, Yeah,
85, yeah,
85.
85.50.
That is correct. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and keep finishing. So what happened on the third year?
You made 1900 in pages.
Okay.
Mhm.
So what's my total depreciation expense for year 3?
$28.50.
Yes, I got 2850. Did everyone else get 2850?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I just got it.
All right. What is my accumulated depreciation?
I get 93.
93 is correct.
Mhm.
And then what is my book value?
57.
57.
Yes.
$57. Okay. All right. Okay. So what let's keep continuing. We're almost done. So what is the depreciation expense for year 4?
30.
Did you also get 30?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. And then what is my accumulated depreciation?
123.
123 is correct. And then what is now my book value now?
20,
20 what?
27.
$27 is correct. All right, then lastly we have here is 1800 and
27.
this is exactly 27 and this is exactly 150 and we reach that conclusion. That is correct. Okay? So good thing that you guys all got that.
Mhm.
Okay?
Good work.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead, now that we filled out the table, let's go ahead and fill out the information down here. So let's see, number so number 2 says record the adjustment entry for the first year. Ellie, can you please go back to the room and turn off the fan? It's blowing into the microphone and all you hear is noise. Okay, bye. All right. So here, record the adjustment for the entry for the first year. So we already solved it right here for the first year. Okay. This is assuming that the end of the year is December 31st. Okay. So I forgot to write that small piece of information in there. So let's go ahead and, okay, so if we know that the first year's depreciation expense is going to be $31.50, right? So what is our journal entry here?
Depreciation.
Depreciation expense.
Let me write December 31st. Depreciation expense, good. What else do I need to have here?
1231.
Okay, 1231. 1231? 1231?
I can barely hear you.
Okay, it should be for 3150.
And the depreciation allowance.
Yeah, allowance,
No.
not allowance.
accumulated depreciation.
Accumulated depreciation is the correct, yes.
And
Oopsies.
Lynn, I can barely hear you.
I know.
Yeah,
I already called Ellie, and she's going to turn it off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, depreciation. Okay. And for what amount do I need to?
3150.
3150 is correct. 3150 is correct. Okay, making sure that that's not two dots. Okay. 3150 and 3150. All right.
I've got depreciation expense, $33.
Okay, are you already doing the second year now? Okay, for the second year, yes. Depreciation expense for, yes, that's correct. Let me go ahead and shift this all up so we can have a better view. Okay, so yes, depreciation expense. Okay, so again, it's going to be for December 31st. Yes, so what was it again? So yeah, depreciation expense is correct. And what is this one? What is our credit?
Accumulated depression or
Depreciation. It's like you appreciate it, but you want to also depreciate it. Okay. Okay, and it's for $33. Okay, good. There you go.
Oh, much better.
Yeah. Sorry, I do apologize for that.
That's okay.
Okay. Good. So this is what happens every time you journalize for the depreciation. And up here, we already solved the table for it. Okay? All right.
okay.
So here, I oh, there you go. Okay, now, okay, it completely stopped. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. So now here we're going to be talking about the next problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and, so here again, this is when we solve the whole table, right? We solved it completely 100%. And this is what happens when we need to journalize it at the end of the year. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into question number 4. Question number 4 says you purchase a truck for $36,080. Okay, this includes all fees and whatnot. Okay, so registration fees, all those stuff are included, right? So with a salvage value of $5,000, its useful life is 7 years and has a mileage up to 150,000 miles. Okay, you put this truck into service on August 25th. Okay, assume that the adjustment entries are going to be at the end of the year. Okay, so for this one I did it. I don't know why I didn't do it for the last one. But assume that the adjustments are made at the end of the year. Okay? So, as you can see, year number 1, because we put it into service on August, that we drove about 10,000 miles. Okay? And then year 2, we drove it for 25. Year 3, 19. Year 4, was that 20? Year 5, 18. Year 6, 22. Year 7, 26. Okay, so that's a lot of numbers. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve for that, and then we'll journalize the rest. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve for this. So what is year 1's numbers? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead.
3600 minus 10,000.
Okay, so year 1.
680?
Hold on. What are you solving for right now?
The basic.
The basis, okay? Okay, so the basis was how much? How much?
3680.
3680. Mm-hmm. And you were subtracting how much?
I subtracted the 36080 minus 10,000.
Why
Give
10,000?
me
No, you got it minus 5,000.
Okay. Yes, you have to minus 5,000. Okay, and what do we get here?
3180.
3180.
Okay, so before again, I'm gonna backtrack real quick. So 3180. So let's go ahead and see what. So what is our asset?
A truck.
Yes, it's a truck.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me? It's a truck. Okay. How much did the asset cost me?
3680.
3680, and its salvage value is how much?
5,000.
Okay, its useful life is how many years?
7.
7. Its number of units it can produce is how much? So in this case, mine is mileages. So how many miles can this car take me?
1,500. Or 1,000. 50. 100. I'll say it right in a minute.
150,000 miles. Yes. Okay,
Into there.
and when do we put it in service?
The 25th of August.
25th of August. So August 25th. Oh my gosh, I spelled August without an ST. All right. So now we can continue. All right. So now that we solved for the depreciation basis, what is the per unit rate? Okay. So let me leave it up there. What is the per unit rate?
Okay, 3180 divided by 150.
Oh.
Point zero
Okay,
zero six.
I have 0.2072.
Okay. Anybody else?
No, I got point 0.0006 and then all sixes. Let me redo it.
I'm gonna,
Okay. So again, if it's 31,080, okay, and we're dividing it by how many?
100.
150,000.
Mm-hmm. So what did I get?
I got 0.2072.
Good. Did everyone else get that?
Yes, I did. 0.2072.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, the noise is back.
Okay, so it actually is not coming from her. It's coming from someone else, from one of you three.
Oh,
Okay. It's not me. I don't have anything on.
yeah, I don't either.
Uh, David, you're not having the fan on?
No, I don't have a fan on.
Okay.
My fan shut off.
Okay, so out of three, there's only three of you that are there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
my window's not open. My door is shut. I don't have any TV. I don't have any.
Okay.
My computer.
Yeah, I don't have anything on either. No
Only thing
fans or
on
anything, no windows open, no nothing.
Okay, so now it's stopped. So, it's someone that's moving.
Okay, well, I'm
All
just
right.
sitting here at my desk.
Okay.
Same here.
So right now it stopped. So whatever happened between now and then, I don't know what it is. I don't have anything in my room going on either. So,
Yeah,
um,
so weird.
yeah. So I don't know where that sound was coming from. Where it just literally sounded like someone was walking outside and just walking outside, and wind was blowing.
Yeah, it just sounds like wind.
Yes. Okay. Sorry about that. That made me lose my concentration. So, let's go ahead and continue.
Ew.
All right. So now that that noise is gone, I'm able to continue and focus. Okay. So, where do we leave off? Okay, so depreciation expense. Good. All right. So what is the depreciation expense for this year?
2072.
2072. Anybody else?
Yes.
Yes, that is correct. 2072. Just making sure everyone else got that answer too. So, what is your accumulated depreciation for the first year?
The same as the depreciation expense because there's nothing to add to it from previous year.
Good
First
job.
year, so it's 2072.
Perfect. And then, what is the book value for year one?
Okay, 36,080,
Mm-hmm.
2072
Mm-hmm.
minus 38. Oops, what did I say? 36?
Yes, 36,000. Yes, that's
Oh,
correct.
Yeah,
close. Okay,
36,000.
so now we have 34,000.
Right.
Okay, so good. So 34,008 is correct. 128. Okay. All right, good. So these, if you have the paper in front of you with all the formulas, okay, please use it to your best advantage. Okay. So again, if we solve for the first one, what do we know that all of this is going to happen?
It's all gonna be the same rate.
Yes, that's right. So 0, 1, 0, 80, okay, 3, 0, 180, 31, 0, 180. Oh my gosh. If I had Excel, this would be so much easier. 31080. Okay, 31080. Okay. And I'm going to also show you guys how to do this in Excel on Thursday. So don't worry about that. Okay. But for the sake of this class, I want to make sure that you guys understand what you're doing before you dive straight into Excel. Bless you.
Question.
Thank you.
Let's see, 2072. And then lastly, I still got two more to go. Okay, 072. Oopsies. 72. All right, good. So let's go ahead and start calculating. What is the second year's depreciation expense?
That ain't right.
Okay, 25,000 times the rate, 0.2072
Mm-hmm.
is 5,180.
Good.
180. And then plus 2,002.
Mm-hmm.
1,072, we get 7,052.
I'm sorry. Say that again. 7,200 and
52.
52. Okay. 7252.
Okay, oops. 36.
Mm-hmm.
80 minus 752 equals, the book value is $29,028.
Okay. I think I'm gonna recalculate that. So 7252 minus 36080. I did not get that answer. Oh wait, did you say 28,828?
28,828. 2882. 8.
Oh, 8,820.
Yeah, this is what I got.
Okay, I just punched the wrong number earlier.
Okay, so 36080 minus 7252 should give you 28,828.
Yes.
Okay. All right, good. So let's go ahead and solve for the rest. So what's the third year?
Okay, the 3,93680. Okay, depreciation expense for that one is $3,936.80.
3,000. Come on, 3,936 and 80 cents. Is that what you got, Lee? I think
Yes.
so. Okay.
3936.80, yes.
Correct.
That's what I just got too.
Perfect. Okay, plus 7252 gives you what?
$11,188.80.
And then our book value should be
$24,891.20.
that is correct. Good. 24,891.20. Okay. All right. Depreciation expense for the fourth year is going to be
$4,144.
hold on. $4,144. Okay.
I got 4,144.
4,144. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so plus $11,180.80. I get $15,324.80.
Okay.
And the book value would be 36080 will be $20,755.20.
Okay, I did not get that. Let's do that again. 36,080 minus my 15,332.80. I got 27,420. Anybody else? Did they get the same answer? Different answer?
74720. Right?
207,4720.
Okay, I got that down.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it now, yeah.
All right. No worries. Let's keep going.
Okay.
So what happened on the fifth year? What is the depreciation expense for the fifth year?
2072 is 3,720.60.
2960. Excuse me. 20. Okay,
Oh.
so 372960. Is that correct? Okay. Plus our 15,332.80 gives us what?
Okay, they accumulated, I got 19,062.40.
That's what I got.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so you got 19,06240.
40.
Yes.
Okay, and then we subtract that from our original cost. So our book value is how much?
Um, 282.4.
So 17,018.
17 what?
18.
I did not get that. You
I
have
didn't
40
get that.
cents. David, you have 40 cents.
I didn't come up with 40 cents. I just came even.
How did you get an even number? You started with 80 cents and then you added 60 cents.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead and recalculate your accumulated depreciation.
Okay.
Okay, so your previous, which is 15,332, 80, and you're gonna add your current year's depreciation expense, which is 3,729.60.
1906 2-4 0.
Mm-hmm. And you're gonna take that number and you're gonna subtract it by the total cost of asset, which is what? Okay. So Lee, were you able to get 17?
Yeah, I got $17,017.60.
Perfect. Oh, I inactivated my number lock, so I got a 0, 1760.
$17,017.60.
Perfect. Okay, David, did you get that same answer yet?
Um, I got 18 and 40 cents.
Okay, so how much was the original cost?
36,080.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I got 17,016-40. Right?
Not 1640. It should be 1760.
170176.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's continue. Number 6. Year 6 rolls around. What happened in year 6? What's the depreciation expense for year 6?
$455.84.
Just only 400?
That's what hang on. That doesn't look right. No, it's wrong. I got $598.40. Let me do that again. That's 1272. Okay, got 598.40.
Yes, I got
9840. Got
I did not get 98.40. I got 4458.40. So let's do that again. So 0.2072, right?
2.
And we're multiplying it by 22,000. Okay.
1207.
40.
Okay, that looks better. 4,540
There you go.
cents.
Okay. Okay. What is my accumulated depreciation for this year?
Plus 19062.4. I got $23,620.80.
Good. $23,620.80.
Yeah, that's what I just got too.
Yes.
80.
Perfect. And what is my book value?
$12,059.20.
Good. All right, so let's go ahead and calculate for the last section here for the 26,000 miles. Okay, so what is the 26,000 miles?
Okay, so $5,387.20.
Okay.
587 dollars and $38.72.
Mm-hmm. What's my accumulated depreciation for this year?
$29,008.
20,000 and it's $8. Oopsies, whoa, too many zeros. $29,008 is correct. And therefore, what is my book value now?
$7,072.
$7,072. Okay. So it's reached its end of its life. And right now, it still currently can drive a little more longer. Okay. So good. If we calculate the total numbers of units or miles that have been driven, you haven't reached the full 150,000 yet. So if anyone wants to go ahead and calculate how many miles that is for me, so 10.
Okay, who's got Excel?
I do, but I'd have to come out of this to get to it.
Okay, 19,000,
Okay.
10,000. Okay, we have 10,000 left.
We have 10,000 units left to go. So, of course, that went beyond the 7 years of life. So, just understanding that we still have 10,000 left is correct because when did we put this asset into service?
August 25th.
August 25th, and roughly we spent almost half the amount in 1 year, right? If 1 year gives about maybe 25,000, at least this is correct because what is it? 8. So we're starting in September, October, November, December. So that's 4 months we got to use the car. So we used the crap out of the car a lot in the very beginning of the year. But
Yes.
it still has a useful life because that's only 6.5 years that you've used the car for. Roughly. Okay, so it still has a remainder of 6 months left on it. So it's still good. So there's no need to solve for all of it unless you want to see all of it. But again, that would make me, I would have to make the assumption that the 8th year I drove it for some reason for a certain amount of years. But in this case, it's okay. We can be just done right there. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and journalize this problem right here. So journalize the adjustment entry for the first year. Assume that the adjustment entries are done at the end of the year, which is December 31st. Okay. So what is my journal entry here? Okay, if you need a sneak peek, let's see what happened on the first year. How much did we accumulated that year? Or how much depreciation did we expense for the first year?
First year was,
2,072 hours.
72,
That is correct. So what is my journal entry going to be?
31,
Depreciation?
Yep.
Depreciation expense
Mm-hmm.
is 2,000, what was it, 2,072?
Yes.
Yeah, 2072.
72.
So 2000.
Depreciation?
Yep, accumulated depreciation for the same amount. That is correct. And in this case, because we know exactly what the asset is, I'm going to go ahead and say accumulated depreciation. And
Truck.
yes, for the truck. Good.
Bless you.
I didn't sneeze, but okay, thank you.
I thought you did.
All right. Good. All right. Now question number 6 is going to come here, and it says record the adjustment entry for the second year. So in this case, our second year, how much depreciation expense did we incur?
5,080?
5,100.
Yes.
Okay, so good.
I want you did.
All right. So what's our date here? So it's going to be assume that they are done on the 31st. Okay, so what's my journal entry?
Depreciation expense and allowance for depreciation per truck.
Okay, not allowance. What other word is it?
Accumulated,
Accumulated.
accumulated
Yes.
depreciation.
Yes.
We need to
Good.
work on these sayings.
Sentence. Truck.
No, these sayings.
Okay. No, yeah, you just have to be very careful. Again, yeah, you have to just be very careful when you read. And the second thing is like, it is important that you know terminology. And I understand. We did do allowance for doubtful accounts last week, so don't worry about it, David. You're fine. So 5180 is correct. Okay. All right. And that is it for this lesson for today. So again, I will post these answers soon. So again, yeah, good job everybody. So it's all about just memorizing the formula and where to plug in things.
Yeah,
So as far as that,
right.
that's all that this section is about. It's just formulas. Okay. So again, you are given the formulas on the exam. I meant not on the exam, but you are allowed to have this sheet with you, this exact sheet at the end of the PowerPoint. So you guys are allowed to have that. I will post that in the review section